This is the beginning from where we ended yesterday in the continuation of the earlier reading. This ecstasy doth unperplex into bracket. We say bracket over and tell us what we love. We see by this it was not sex. We saw not what we did move. Here you will be a little bit confused by we see, we saw not, and what we knew not, etc. into bracket. But if we remove the bracket, means that these are the lovers that they are talking. We said there is no necessity to use it. I mean for explanation, not for the uh, poet's way. Here poet interferes us by saying that what actually they are doing, what is exactly the process. That's why he put these lines, some words into the bracket. This ecstasy means the feeling of a sublime coming souls together, that ecstasy. The souls out of their body, they are intermingled, they are mixed up, and even though they were different souls, now it is one soul only. So that is the ecstasy. It means here physical body is the left side and only inner, that the soul has come out. It is a trance, a matter of a mind that he feels elevated. So this ecstasy, forgetting everything about the worldly life, what it makes, unperplexes, resolves the mystery. Means there was some mystery, there was some difficult to understand some situations. But now uh, such difficulties or questions or issues, whatever they did not understand, uh, they are now solved. The puzzle of love actually. Here the question is about the what love is, what they feel, how should they take it. That mystery, that puzzle, it is automatically resolved by ecstasy. And tell us what we love. And then this ecstasy makes the poet feel, the lovers feel what we love, what they love. Actually, their purpose is that they did not know that what they actually love, but now they have realized that they love each other's heart, each other's soul. And look, this thing is clarified by the next line. It means one should reach to others' heart. Heart is the ultimate realization of a lover, to reach, to capture, to win the heart, that they understood. Earlier they thought that it must be something, love must be something physical, but now they understood that love is not physical, it is of soul, it is of heart, it is of mind. And we see by this, and now they realize it was not sex. Look, that is how the word has been used. And look, in the modern sense, this word is used, and that way Jonh is also modern, we can say. For the first time, I think in John's poems, such kind of a word has been used, and it makes it very clear his philosophy that it is not the physical union of two lovers that is important. Till now, the lovers uh, thought that that was important, but now when two souls combine, when they realized the ecstasy, they understood that love is beyond something that is physical. It is not the physical union we see. Now we realized that this is true love, and the poem is also about this. This is the central idea, the basis of the poem. We saw not what we did move. Earlier, we did not know that what moves our soul. Now they realize that love moves the hearts, the love moves our souls. So, moving means here inspiring, taking the mind or the experiences up. So, we know that actually love does not move only the lovers, but love moves the universe as well. So uh, through physical matters, no doubt, these lovers have realized this unique experience. But as all several souls contain mixture of things, now lovers realize that what happens in the world. So here general experience has been given to us, that like in souls of other people, as we find many souls contain a mixture of things, they know not what. The people, they do not know what is there in their souls. Love, these mixed souls doth mix again, and makes both one, each this and that. But now love makes it very clear. It moves and it explains that how everything takes place. So uh, in the hearts of people there was a feeling of love, but as it is found in everybody's heart, but these people did not know what love means. But when sublime love comes, then these love mixes the various elements that are found in the hearts, and then it purifies them. It makes the heart new one, and this heart and that heart, means out of many hearts impure elements are removed. Here Jonh shows us the process of ecstasy, that what happens into it when two souls come together. It is like a chemical process, no? When two chemicals, I mean liquids, are mixed together and then they are purified, impurity would be removed by some other way. Like that, here we always use the word chemistry in our body relation. Body chemistry, we say chemistry does not match, body does not match. So here chemistry is of body, and here in body the purpose of the poet is the soul. So chemistry of soul, I mean in each heart there are various elements. Here heart means in body, in soul, in blood actually. Blood is impure. There are lots of elements, and then these souls, they are purified. It is said that blood contains certain things, and uh, into these certain things, some of them are good, and some of them may be taking us towards the ecstasy. So that is how um, mixture which is found into the souls, that is removed by love. Love purifies all these other alloy and other matters. So that is the process purifying the hearts. A single violet transplant. Now this process is compared with one particular thing, and that is a transplanting of a single violet. What happens? These, the strength, the color, and the size, into bracket, all which before was poor and scant, bracket over, readable still and multiplies. How it takes place? The process of elevating the soul and purifying the soul in ecstasy is like replanting a violet. Where it was, the violet was good, its size, shape, color, and fragrance, whatever it may be. But now that violet is transplanted, means it is planted somewhere else. But in doing so, the violet does not miss anything. Uh, on the contrary, whatever things the violet possessed, they are redoubled. Shape, size, color, I mean freshness. So replanting is good. Earlier, these things were missing. Even though color was there, smell was there, size was there, but when it is transplanted, it grows more, it advances well, and like this, as a violet plant redoubles and grows well, same way the condition of the soul. When there was soul in one lover's body, it was like violet. But now in ecstasy, it is transplanted, so the soul becomes advanced, soul becomes richer. So that is how violet and soul, they are compared. Look, that is how process, and that way uh, Jonh shows what happens into ecstasy. So wonderful argument again. Look, that shows how Jonh is a very intellectual person. Whatever he wants to convey, he makes the powerful argument, and they are the logical arguments. Anybody will have to understand them. Uh, that is the power of a poet. Well, when love with one another so interminates two souls, the abler soul, which thence doth flow, defects of loneliness controls. And then what happens? Then love with one another, when two souls coming together, inter any animates, inter inanimates. One soul and another soul, they animate. They are animating each other's soul, and by doing so, one soul takes place, and that soul is abler soul. Look, the degree. Earlier, the lover soul is able, beloved soul is abler, but two souls, they are combined together. One soul becomes, and that is abler. It means advanced soul, more grown soul, you can say, which before was, yes, which thence doth flow from each other's body, the soul which has come out and moves out. That is a rich soul, rather abler soul. Defects of loneliness controls. Here, loneliness is not in the terms of somebody's being a single, but here loneliness indicates the loneliness of the heart. It means singleness. When one soul is single, separate, then there are defects. Same way, someone's soul was separate and it had also defects. So defects of each other's soul, or other flaw, you can say, mistakes, errors, each other are removed, and abler souls, um, richer soul takes a place. That is how two lovers joining may remove each other's faults. That is how we should understand. Now we go ahead. We love with one another, so inter inanimates two souls, that abler soul which thence doth flow, defects of loneliness controls. We then, who are this now and know, or what, of what we are composed and made, for the atomies of what, of which we grow, are souls whom no change can evade. Now, after this abler soul, what happens? Then they understand, oh, these were the things we were missing. These were the faults in our soul we had. Now they No, it means in the common condition. Before the ecstasy, they did not know what they had the mistakes, faults. But when they are elevated, they come to know. And we know that a man who goes up will see the bottom and will be able to see what things are lying there. When we are on the plane, we are not able to see things in a proper manner. But when we go up, when we take the height, and from there, if we see at the downside, we come to know. Same way, heart, when it is lifted up, when it has gone up, the soul realizes that it had certain errors, flaws, and then they know uh, what things were composed in the soul, they are known. It means the person from outside looks inside of his soul and realizes how the soul is made. I mean, a mixture of many things, and made. For the atom is various elements in blood and in uh, heart or in our body that makes the soul. Now these atoms, the substances that are found into the blood, now they realized of which we grow. Means these were the things that made us, our souls, whom no change can evade. Now, out of this, when our souls have um, achieved ecstasy and found purity, we understood that nothing can change it now. It has become purified. So whatever conditions may come, our hearts, our soul, the ecstasy cannot be taken away by anything. Nothing can now defect the abler soul. No matter of the world can now defeat these two lovers' soul. It means it is the ecstasy, the condition that common things will not affect in that condition. But oh, alas, so long, so far, our bodies, why do we forbear? They are ours, though they are not we. We are the intelligences, they the sphere. Here it is the somewhat confusing thing for a common reader. Then uh, metaphysical poetry is having that tendency. Now what they say, alas is the word, means it is a sigh, pain. Now the lovers realize something so long, for a long time, so far, our bodies, why do we forbear? Yeah, we didn't know for a long, long time. We were having these mistakes and we never knew. When we improve our mistakes, then we come to know, oh, these were the faults in us. We never paid attention. We never thought of them that we lacked something. But now, when we stood up, when our bodies were elevated, when we found ecstasy, oh, we understood that how many faults were there in us, and the real ecstasy we were deprived of. They are ours, though they are not we. Now, seeing the past, on one side, these two lovers see their bodies also and say that body is ours, and yet they say that they are not our body, means we have now come out of the body. So that is extreme things. You can say oxymoron. On one side you say the bodies are there, on the other side they are not ours. Because without body a person's identity is not there. Only soul cannot be identified, soul cannot be recognized. You need body. So bodies are there, but souls are out. And they say we are not there. We are here. Without a soul, body has no use. So that is On one side seeing the body, on the other side you're out of the body. So we know that we are not there, we are here through the soul. So that is how things are mixed up. Intelligence is the sphere, means we knew that we are not that body, we are intelligences. Here intelligences means certain spirits that are found and they animate the certain things, maybe blood and soul, and these spirits make move the souls. So these spirits are to be found into the ecstasy condition. So that is how, uh, but these intelligences will come to bodies, right? Because these spirits move in the air. In the air, they themselves has no any particular existence. They mix up in blood, these spirits, and then they move the blood, and then certain things they push, and that is how a kind of ecstasy is achieved. So we are those intelligences, means we are the part of that elevated spirits, not the body. Here going out of the body, that is shown by the poet. uh, we owe them thanks because they thus did us to us at first convey, yielded their forces, sands to us, nor are draws to us, but alive. So again here the confusion regarding did us, to us, uh, again to us. So in diction, let us be clarify. We owe them thanks uh, as a particular entity or particular existence. The lover says that we should be thankful to those intelligences because they have made us in this condition. They have taken us to this position. So let us be thankful to those intelligences because they have helped us this way. Did us to us. Did us to us means what? Did us means here this is the elevated condition. To us means we were in the primary condition, means raw condition. From raw condition, these spirits have taken us to the higher condition. For that, we should be thankful to those intelligences. Otherwise, we were very common people with a common body and common errors, thinking about physics, body, not the particular essence or looking into the deep of the matter. So that is how from bodily things these intelligences have lifted us to the soul. So we should be thankful to them, and not only they elevated, but everything they have improved. Look, that they are ours. Means whatever the body they had, though they are not we, and then their forces sense to us. These spirits, force, sense, whatever they had, they given to us, nor are draws to us, but ally. But the things which we had, right, they were not useless. Even though there were certain things which was at first thought that not useful, but actually they are useful. Because of them, things have taken place. Certain things are required to make the purity. So it is not dross. Dross means useless, but it is a part of a lie. It means 100% purity cannot be achieved, or even to get it you require some flow, some errors. You know, 100% gold will not make any ornament. 100% gold is unable to hold the mix-up or the strength of holding the content or shape and size. So in gold also you need to mix up alloy, I mean some other metals. Because of that, the strength and shape and size will take place, otherwise not. As it is the case of gold, same way it is also the matter of a soul. Look, the comparison, you can say this is exaggeration, but comparison is like that. It is conceit. The poet is talking about the purity of soul, but purity of soul is explained by the purity of gold through metals, pure and then alloy. Any pure metal will require alloy. Same way, any pure heart will only be pure when there are certain flaws, raw material, or some errors in the heart. They are required. So our body had those, and then those intelligences came and made us what we are now. Because of them, actually, we have moved into the advanced condition. Wonderful argument the poet is making. Means ecstasy is only achieved because we had those things in our body. Whatever our sense, whatever the body, whatever things were there, thank God they are there, and then we can have all these things. So uh, we owe thanks. That is how we say. On man's heaven's influence works not so, but that it first imprints the air. So soul into the soul may flow, though it to body first repair. That is the device. That without this even heaven's imprints, whatever the way intelligence is or heaven wishes to make us will not be possible. Uh, First, this kind of preparation is to be done when certain process is to be uh, maintained or to be kept, then particular things are required, otherwise things will not take place. So this is the process of the hearts that in advance the heaven prepares. So soul into the soul may flow when the conditions are good, then one soul may flow into another soul. Another soul may flow into that soul. So two souls are flowing into the one. So this is how the condition of lovers. Two lovers, two souls, now one soul, that is ecstasy. God has made them in that condition. Intelligences, spirits, they have come, they have lifted their soul which was into the body now into the air. So this is the feeling that the lovers are having. We are moving towards the end of the poem. Certain stanzas are there. As our blood labors to beget spirits as like souls as it can, because such fingers need to need that subtle knot which makes us man. And then when two lovers are there, their body begins to react, their blood begins to produce certain kind of effect, and that is they are experiencing, uh, and as the soul should feel, they begin to feel, because when you know that as the fingers are making some knitting, they are required to do certain things. Same way our souls are not, they are mixed up, they are tied up. Now one soul will not be separated from the another soul, so two souls have been woven well, uh, and they are mixed well, and which makes us man. And that is how we are the people that we begin to feel this ecstasy. Our souls, which are having certain elements that we are composed of, but out of that we have grown. So must pure lovers' souls descend it affections and in faculties which sense may reach and apprehend, else a great prince in prison lies. And then pure soul that flows, souls descend, and then the souls come down, affections and to faculties, and then it influences faculties of various parts of the body, maybe kidney, maybe liver, maybe heart, and these particular feeling, particular experience begins to enter into man's body, and slowly it begins its process. Here, Jonh indicates how things are taking place. When ecstasy is achieved, what happens into the body? The various things enters the matters, particular things, they are affecting the body, the parts of the body, and through those things, everything would be purified. May be there in, as I mentioned, kidney, heart, liver, and senses, everywhere that feeling goes, affects, and which sense may reach and apprehend, and then our mind accept this. It realizes that these things are coming, and ready to hold the things, and ultimately when it perceives, gets, then the result is there. And else a great prince in prison lies. If it is not there, then the our soul may be living there. It means to bring out the soul out, these things are taking place. Here, look, metaphor has been used, rather you can say it's a personification. A great prince in prison lies. In Indian philosophy also the same thing is referred. Our body is compared with the house, or it is a shell, or you can say it is the cell. I used the various words for body, a covering, a house, or you can say a common man, common house, a great man, a great house, that is maybe palace. So here uh, prince is there, prince is living in the castle. So body is castle and soul is the prince. So here Jonh has used a great prince, not common prince. Soul is compared with a great prince, and may in prison lies. Otherwise, our soul would be living in the prison only. If these faculties not influenced by the spirits, and if our body is not influenced, our soul will be always locked. It would be imprisoned, never coming out. It requires liberty, redemption, going free. So that is how lovers say that. I mean, that experience of ecstasy makes a person believe that these things are important. Otherwise, soul is there. It never comes out, never is having experience of the outer world. It gets the chance to mix up the greater soul. So even for that, liberating the soul, for the commune with the other soul, it needs coming out. So that is how ecstasy is acquired. To our bodies turn we then, and finally these lovers, after realizing this condition, they say, oh, these are our bodies. Ultimately, they come to senses. I mean, they come to real life. That so weak man on love revealed may look. Love's mysteries in souls do grow, but yet the body in his book. The poet says that in weak men this happens, but those who are strong, they will have the experience. And we found that we were till now weak as other people. Love's mysteries in our souls do grow. Had we not experienced ecstasy, we might have remained very weak. Certain things as we find in the book, but not in the reality. We not knowing the essence of the love, only reading in the book what we say love, what we understand by love, that is bookish knowledge. It means the lovers say that when we realized that, oh, we were weak like any other common people, but now we understood what love means, what uh, you can say ecstasy means. We have understood it, we have realized it. So ecstasy has made them realize what love is. So what is the love? Love is coming of two souls, mixing up two souls, feeling union, even though two bodies, but one person, even though two souls, one soul, and that is ecstasy. So, uh, so that is the union of two souls. So through book, as we read the book and realize what mysteries are there, same way we understood the book of our body. Body is like a book which you read and you understand. Here in the body, there was the necessity to read the soul, and they ultimately have read the soul, what love is. And if some lover, such as we, have heard this dialogue of one, let him still mark us, he shall see. Small change we are, two bodies gone. And then anybody can see that this is something different. And when we came back from our trance, from our commune, then anybody would mark that no change has been made. It means we are the same people. Look, that is surprising end of the poem Jonh has made. It means earlier we found that Donne is almost talking like a platonic love, union of two souls, not the importance of physique, not importance of body. Only ideal condition of love is hinted. But we know that Jonh Donne does not approve it. He has no positive attitudes towards it. Rather, he challenges it, and he says that it is not the matter. He says that anybody can understand that to reach to the ecstasy, you need the body. Without body, ecstasy will not be achieved. It means even to go to the higher condition, to become selfless, bodiless, you need self or body. It means through body you achieve ecstasy. Without body, it does not take shape. So ultimately, Jonh Donne's idea is again of a pleasure, bodily love. Maybe it primary, maybe it is a common thing, but it begins from them. It may be body love, physical love is the perhaps a first step to go to the higher level, and it means there is no change. If anybody says we were again the same people as we had, so that is how the poem ends. Ecstasy. So uh, the poem ends is remarkable. It brings us back to John Donne's philosophy. So we have well discussed the poem, thought about importance of certain matters, especially in terms of physical, metaphysical poetry. Regarding anything, if needed be discussed, we shall. Right now, we end the discussion here, and we will continue on Monday.